Buddy, I hope that you caught my Facebook page. I decided to go on live in the middle of the night because I could not sleep after our webinar today. And there was so much I wanted to talk about. And I couldn't because we couldn't, we didn't have access. But I want to say that Ash told us enough that if you were having sleepless nights before, you're certainly going to be having sleepless nights again, because our data center is finished. It's going to be going full steam before you know it. And we are on a roll. There are so many things that are happening right now with ONPASSIVE. And I absolutely felt Spirit moving me to talk to those of you who know me and love me, and I love you. If you have not, if you're sitting on the fence and you're thinking, well, maybe I should get on, you're running out of time. You have got to get off your doubt and jump on, because there is no better place. If you're having trouble right now with making ends meet, and you're thinking the government's going to fix our recession here in the United States, and it truly is a recession, I'll tell you, it's not going to happen. You've got to protect yourself against a hedge against what's coming. And there's no better way than to have secondary income coming in. We didn't really know when we started ONPASSIVE how it would grow, how fast it would grow, how big it was going to become. It has become a behemoth. We have things on ONPASSIVE that will change the world, literally. And I've never lied to you before. I'm not about to start now. If you need to take care of your family in the near future, this is going to be the hope for many. He told us today, our products are so superior. And the products we have, everybody's wanting. The data centers are just one that is absolutely overwhelming. Data centers are going to be around the world. He said it's not going to be just one data center. We're going to have many. And we're very close to launch. 9 products are ready to go right now. And soon we will be seeing a new professional video for each product that will be available on our YouTube channel. And they will include O Founder, O Mail, O Connect, O Staff, O Trim, O Academy, and O Tracker. Did you hear that? O Founder website, O Mail, O Connect, O Staff, O Trim, O Academy, O Tracker. We're going to be hitting the road with 9 very, very large products that the whole world's going to need. And are we going to be excited? Oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to. One look at Academy, and you're going to want to pull your kids out of school. One look at Connect, and you'll wonder how you've done without it this far. It is so superior, so beautiful in content and ease of use. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Please jump on and talk to me, people. I'm just dying. I want to hear from everybody I love. But I want to say mostly, I want you to know that we're no joke. We're going to be a promise. Ash has made a promise to 1 million, almost 400,000 founders. He was going to take care of us. And he has not. Hi, Jason. I'm glad you're here, honey. He has not let us down once. Not once. He just kept building and building. He was like, you know that lady that built the mystery house? I was kind of like that lady. He was so determined, and he's still so determined not to ever stop. We'll reach one top and we'll be heading for another. So what I say to you is this: where are you going to find an opportunity where the owner of a company puts your needs in front of his own, your profit in front of his profit, his family's profit? He's going to do the things that he promised us in 2018. He's done everything he's promised us so far. And people that, the ones that talk bad about ONPASSIVE, they're really missing out. Because in this day and age, we got to hedge our bets. I don't care. I am so concerned about those people who have children, for example. They're trying to get formula for their babies, and they're being charged $166 for 6 cans of baby formula. I was aghast when I read that. I'm not going to sit back and swallow that. The number of ONPASSIVE founders are going to go out into the world, across the world, and spread like wildfire. We already are doing it. In each and every place where we find a need, we're going to help others and lift them up. We're going to create jobs, industry, help the poor, the hungry, the helpless, the disenfranchised. It's going to be a true, compassionate overtaking. And we're not going to be stopped. We're going to take care of each other, for one thing. We're going to have a marketplace so big, it'll be worldwide. Say, for example, you want to start an Obless account to help your neighbor's daughter who wants to go to school and cannot afford to do so. Every founder out there, 1,400,000 of us, says, Willow's really got a project. We got to help her. What if they only put $1 in to help? my little neighbor's daughter. $1.50. Don't you think she's going to have enough money to go to college if she wants to go? That's the power of numbers. And let me tell you, we got it. ONPASSIVE has the power of numbers and superiority in product. Ashmafara is going to go down in the history books as a genius. But what he was a visionary that believed in his heart he could make a difference, and he's done it. No stopping him now. You can't write him off. You can't shut him out. You can't block him out. He's here. He's going to be here for a very long time. And he's going to be providing us with things that we only dreamed of in our lifetime. You cannot sit by and not allow your family to go down the tube like a lot of them are going to do. One of the things he discussed today, why it was so important, if you have a founder's position and you don't sign your NDA, the company will be moving on past you and without you. You will not, there are about 8,000 founders that have not signed their NDA yet. And Ash assured us we will move on without them. We're not holding back anymore. OMail is ready to go. And pretty soon, that's another stream of income for the old founders. We're not going to be old founders anymore. We're just going to be founders in the new ONPASSIVE website. The company's not going to allow the NDAs to be edited because that is for an unacceptable signature. If they notice that there is an NDA that is not readable or it needs to be removed, they will go directly to the founder and request to have them sign a new NDA. Large IT companies like ONPASSIVE can't go through traditional measures. You don't have to contact support about it. Founders that have a signature that's not good will be notified, and the company wants to do it properly, so the new date will be the official date. He mentioned that those of you, you need to check your profile so you have correct phone numbers, names, proper information in your files, and you take care of this as fast as you can, because then the company can move on to the next step. The company will not hold out for more than a week or so, Ash said, so don't tarry, because no marketing, pay, campaigns, bonuses, until those issues are taken care of for all our founders. So hop on it, get going, get your back office in order. OMail is so much better than any other email provider. You just gotta, with the launch of the data center, we're gonna be solid. There are some things I cannot talk about that he discussed today. The only reason I came on is because he said a simple statement: your world is about to be flipped. No one will know where the data centers are. This area that contains data centers is extremely confidential. And their data centers are a breakthrough, a true breakthrough for ONPASSIVE. They will be owning the market. Why would customers want any other old generic domain when you can have your own private domain? How can anyone use Zoom or GoToWebinar after seeing OConnect? You just won't be able to do it. When you get an eye this week on all the products that are going out and starting where you can purchase them very soon, you'll see we are far superior. We have been given a magical key to the future. I can't discuss with you what was discussed about talking about money. Ash is very private about that for good reasons. But I can honestly say, hold on to your hat. Ash mentioned, he said, your net worth is equal to your network. And he's right. Your net worth will be judged by the 5 people that you hang around with, top 5 people. So start hanging around people that allow you to grow, like with ONPASSIVE. There are 5 billion people online worldwide, and there are only about 450 million domain names out there right now. And there are people that sometimes they own a whole bunch of them, one person. Just if 10% start purchasing all the domain names, oh my gosh, we could dominate the world in a short while. There's going to be a revolution. No doubt about it. We can't tell you.
Wow.
We can't tell you how fast. We can't tell you how it's going to affect you. But I tell you, if you don't do anything, it's going to affect you. There's a short window, very short. Please capitalize on the word short. I'm short, so I really don't like that word. However, in this instance, short time period in our advancement into the future, where you can still become a founder. I don't like to promote, but I want to tell you, I want you to be safe and secure in the future. I want my girls that I work with on a daily basis to have the means to have their own businesses, truly have their own businesses, be in charge of everything from the beginning to the end. I want them to be able to afford to buy a car if they're walking to work. The Oblast program that is going to hit the world very soon is going to change all of us. There is a shift toward compassion instead of competition. And Ash Mafara is leading the way in this shift. Don't kid yourself. He knows exactly what he's doing and why he's doing it. There's so much corruption out there that it makes my heart ache to see the deal with the formula today really opened my eyes to how greedy people can really be. ONPASSIVE founders together as a whole are going to make the biggest tidal wave you've ever seen in the world economy. We're going to be affluent. We're going to be helping those that need us. We're going to be targeting the poor and the hungry. We're going to be handling our business just like Ash handles his, coming from the heart, helping those that are hungry. And when we start moving across the world, the tidal wave is going to envelop you sooner or later. And you don't want to sit back and think, I did nothing. Boy, I done that in my lifetime, and I often think, well, you big dummy, you missed some of the real biggies and you invested in some that were just totally losers. I really think that I was waiting for Mr. Ash all along. And I've had people tell me, oh, you're just nuts. You're just a nutsy old lady. Yeah, maybe I am. I'm going to be laughing all the way to the bank. And you're going to be sitting there saying, how am I going to make my mortgage payment? They're coming to take my property. How am I going to make that car payment? They're going to haul my car off. Because let me tell you what, even if you got a job right now, the money that you would receive for that job cannot compete with the inflation and the rate of inflation, that how fast it's growing. You're going to have 2 jobs, maybe 3. So why not invest in a company that's going to take you higher, 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 put their arms around you, lift you up, care for your children, care for you, care for your descendants, care for your legacy that you build. Don't kid yourself. You're not going to find it anywhere else. Not anywhere. There's not one business out there that ever did what Ash is doing. Not once. So don't sit and wait. Email me on Facebook, my Facebook friends who I love with my whole heart, that have been faithful for 10 years in loving me back. I couldn't do without some of you, but some of you are really hard headed. I have to say. But even if you are hard headed, I want you to listen to Willow here. Just remember, I never steered you wrong before, and I'm not going to steer you wrong right now. You got a short window. Message me on Facebook. I will send you a link, and you'll become one of the fortunate ones that will be moving into the future with a secure future in mind. I do know this much. I didn't recruit. I don't like to recruit. I don't do it. I just tell people about it. They can make up their minds. But let me tell you, today, as I watched our CEO, Mr. Ash, talk to us, he moved me beyond today and into tomorrow. The technology that he is using far exceeds what we can imagine. He's running his business from the heart for the people that need it. He's going to turn the industry upside down. He's going to be so disruptive. that we're the ones that people are going to be hunting and wanting to join, wanting even just one product, being able to purchase one product. So when I say join right now, you'll join us sooner or later. You have to, because there's no better buy out there than ONPASSIVE products. However, I don't want you to miss out on the joys of being a founder and what that position entails. I have never been happier to be associated with a company before like I am now. Sometimes my own children don't understand what the heck I'm doing, but I tell them, you're going to see. And you are going to be very happy in 6 months that you didn't have me confined to a loony factory. I know what I'm doing. I'm an old girl who's taking care of you and myself many, many years. And when I say there's nothing better on the market besides ONPASSIVE, I'm not lying. We have people in ONPASSIVE that are doctors. They have practices. They're converting their health organizations into blessed vehicles to help the poor. We have people that are financial geniuses that are going to help all of us manage our future. Our group, the ONPASSIVE founders, people have accused us of being cultish. All you have to look at Bless, and you'll see what I mean. They accuse us of being Vash taking money from us. Took one payment, for God's sakes, $97 and $5 charged for the credit card. In 3 years, haven't taken a dime more, except when we want to add more founder positions to our own family. Hasn't taken a dime. Hasn't asked for a dime. He's being accused harshly for people who don't have a clue about what's going on in the economy even. Don't look to the government to save you. Because of, I don't like to say this, but Social Security can be chains around your legs. You live in fear when they're going to pull your legs out from underneath you. You can't survive on what you get anyway. Not enough money in this market now. I don't think that this inflation is going to be healed for over 10 years. And those of you that think you can survive it and ride it out with your investments, you're going to find out those investments are going to fold. There's going to be businesses just dropping out like we've never seen. Starbucks pulled all of their group out of Russia today. 15 different sites. That's going to hit their bottom line. Trust me. There are changes in the economy that are coming that we can't fathom. Not only for the United States, it's worldwide. There's a worldwide recession beginning. Just because you live in the UK doesn't mean you're going to get by. You're not. Australia's going to suffer. But they were smart enough to vote to corrupt out of office. Hooray for Australia! I love all my Aussie friends over there. They did the right thing. And that's what ONPASSIVE founders are going to be. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future. When we see corruptness going on, we're going to go to the voting polls and we're going to make a difference. We're going to put our support behind those that are going to help others. We're going to shift in the world. We're a huge group. And by the time we launch, we're going to be even bigger because people are jumping on now they're jumping on like rats on a ship. They are ready. And I don't want you to miss out. That's why I decided to jump on in the middle of the night and talk to you. Just talk to you from the heart. Don't think that you can allow yourself to get by on what you're earning right now. Elderly people and their fixed incomes. Inflation always hurts those that have the least. I went to the grocery store. I didn't go, my son went for me. We're on the average for 3 people, and we're very, very frugal. It's costing us $500 a week. And we're all on diets, we're not on diets, but we we don't eat sugar. We don't eat wheat. We don't buy expensive prepared food. I'm talking bare minimum basics. Do you think that's going to change overnight? It's not going to change for 10 years. We're going to be like those victory gardens during the war. People are going to be having, instead of lawns out there they have to mow, they're going to put in groceries. They're going to grow everything they have to eat. And we're going to see victory gardens everywhere. And it's starting right now. Because this summer I can't afford to purchase any of the food that they're selling fresh. $20 a steak. One little ribeye. No. And to have those people, there was a shortage of formula for babies. Charge a mother trying to get food for her babies $166 for 6 cans of formula. And that had to be shipped in by the military because there was a shortage. They say that Nestle hopped on at the last minute and supplied some of the formula that was needed. Yeah, I bet they did at $166 for 6 cans. Sure they did. So you use your head. Get real, people. It's common. And it's already hit us. We have to have repairs to our truck again. So my son, God love him, bought the parts through Amazon, which were exorbitant. But we had to have them. Went on YouTube, God bless YouTube, and found out what it would take to repair our Jeep by himself. He'll save maybe $300 if he could do it by himself. So he found all kinds of instructions, and he says, I can do this, Mom. He says, just get those parts here. And so we were very enthusiastic about that because we live an hour away from where we can shop. 40 minutes, really. It takes us to get to town and 40 minutes to get home. Now you figure the cost of the gas in there. You see what I mean? We have to fill that Jeep up every time we go. We're talking about $108. I don't have it. And none of you have it that I know. So don't be a fool. We're going to have to help ourselves. And the one way that I know where we're going to be successful is through ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is going to roll in like a steamroller. People will say, oh, they'll just stand there in shock and awe. And we will be the hunted then because we're going to have the means to survive the inflation. Other companies not going to get, they're going to fold. There's many, many, many. If you ever looked at inflationary like 2008, I lived through all that. God, by the skin of my teeth. I've seen people's 401ks slashed in half, my own daughters. Divorce will take half of it. Your retirement money is nothing now. And so it won't cover anything. It's like living on Social Security. So don't hesitate. You go to Starbucks with your friends and you spend a bunch of money. You could be paying for your future and guaranteeing it. One trip out to eat right now will guarantee you could pay for your kids' future, their college. You can educate them on ONPASSIVE with O Academy. That's one of the big predictions that all the economists talk about. What things are going to be important in the future? And e-learning is that, boy, that's a biggie. And ONPASSIVE's product, O Academy, is superior. It's going to take over the world. There's going to be people in, say, Scotland, where they have to, in the islands, Hebrides Island, where their kids have to get on and remotely, they're educated remotely. Oh, what a blessing O Academy is going to be for those people. Complete curriculums there where their kids can learn. It's going to be heaven sent, I'm telling you. People just don't know about the products yet, but they're about to find out. If you got a child that's being bullied in school and you had enough of it, like our friend Sherry Green, she just pulled her kids out because it's getting so bad out there, you don't know whether they're going to be shot, abused by the teacher because of their religious beliefs, or whatever. Come on, people, get real. Get real with me. We could joke about this economy. We can look back and see parts of it and say, well, we survived 2008. Well, yeah, we all did. Gave my husband a heart attack. Deprived him of his health. He worried so much. I want better for you. I don't want you to follow me. I'm just an old lady who's got one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel. But I'm smart. When I heard Mr. Ash for the very first time, I never hesitated it. And my kids will tell you. They told me I was nuts, You're crazy? Mom, this is a cult. That's what they'd say. I'm worried about you. I don't want anybody to hurt you, Mama. I said, oh, don't be crazy. I said, I'm going to be hurt more by this economy than I am by Mr. McFarlane, who's got our best interest at heart. Ever since 2018, he has been working day and night on a system that far exceeds our imagination. Don't hesitate. Email me, message me on Facebook, send me an email at rosalia88@gmail.com, and I'll get you on board so fast your heart won't be able to keep up. And those of you that haven't done a thing with there's 8,000 founders that didn't even sign their NDAs. Well, let me tell you, Ash is not going to wait for you too much longer. Get on it. Do it today. Make sure your profile is correct in the back office. Make sure you have a proper phone number where people can reach you. Make sure that you are a good citizen in our world. And that means taking responsibility for yourself and doing the right thing. Don't mess around here with something that could mean your livelihood forever. Ash set this up so we could create dynasties. That even I know that if I transfer to the other side, everyone that I love is going to be taken care of. And it's perpetual. It won't be a one-time shot where they get a bunch of money and then they do without again. No, it's going to be living trust where they never run out. We've got people in ONPASSIVE, doctors, lawyers, that are far above the fray. And they know a good thing when they see it. Dr. Bill Williams, for example, Dr. Shaw. Those in Brilliance Commerce, we have a group of founders that deal with natural trust. We have a group of founders that deal with it as economists. Huge amounts. 1 million, almost 400,000 people is a lot of people. And we're all united in one cause, to make the world a better place and to protect our future, protect the ones we love, without hurting anybody, without having to cause a war, without having to harm babies or women, without competition. ONPASSIVE has leveled the playing field. I can make as much money as that Harvard executive. I can make as much money as them. That's what we mean by leveling the playing field. The only limit with ONPASSIVE is yourself. You don't have to worry about, hey, they're not going to hire me because I'm over the hill. I work every day of my life now on the internet. I have to. I don't make enough money in my retirement to do it without. So I'm telling you from my heart. I didn't get anybody to jump on and talk to me tonight, but I was hoping they would. But I didn't send out any notifications at all. I wanted to be one of the first that got out there with the plea from the heart. Time's running out, people. I won't be able to give you the same You're going to join us eventually, and I know that. But I want you in now, where you reap the rewards of being a founder of the biggest industry that hits the world. I want you to have that security in a world that's gone mad, where we can make the right changes with the right people. Don't delay. Don't delay. You'll throw away $97 in a week's time doing frivolous things. I went to buy a dress the other day on Amazon because I wanted a cool long dress that I could wear through the summer. All of my other clothes are turning into rags. I go through periods of buying clothes when I absolutely have to. I'm not one that I like to shop for clothes. I bought a simple little dress, and I paid $65 for it. And if I hadn't needed it, I wouldn't have spent the money, because it's garbage when I received it. I can wear it, but if it lasts a year through the summer without fading and fraying, and oh, the workmanship is not up to par. But just a simple dress to clothe your body so you don't look like a hobo. $65. How many dresses you think I'm going to be able to afford this summer on a fixed income? Zero. So I'm telling you, it's rough out there. You have no clue of what's coming. Hedge your bets. Get in now while you can. Message me. Talk to me. I'll talk to you. I want to share with you. I want you to know how excited I am about this company that has given me a new lease on life. And I don't want you to get in for me. If you want to join under someone else, or you just want to go straight to ONPASSIVE.com and join, that's fine with me. We really don't need any more founders. But Ash is given this window of time before we launch for those that have been kind of undecided. During my prayers last night, I was thinking about manifesting. And I'm already manifesting the future. And it's coming to me on a chariot led by Ashmafara. He's going to sweep the world in one fell swoop. And you're not going to see this coming if you don't get smart. He's the most brilliant, kind human beings that I have encountered on this earth. So trust in putting your hands in his business. You won't come out with dirty hands, because he's completely like an open book for his business. He has regulators and has had regulators in the business since the beginning, from the IRS, although the government, everybody checking everything he did to make sure that he was legit. He's already had to deal with that. He's 100% approved in the United States and 212 other countries. My God, do you know how hard that is to achieve? It's tough. And he's managed it all. And now he's flying. Now he's realized, oh my goodness, we've got something here that's going to change the world. And he does. And we're all so excited. We can't sleep. Some little rat face was talking about Ash on YouTube. They didn't have any clue what they were talking about. Didn't have a clue. They would say, oh, look at these jerks following him like lemmings, you know. Oh, ONPASSIVE founders are some of the most educated, smartest people in the world. Don't kid yourself. I'm one of them. And you're not going to pull the wool over this 81-year-old's eyes too often anymore. I've already seen it all. So I'm telling you, don't wait. My little friends out there struggling, who I pray for every night, every day, that you'll see the light. That's all I ask. I don't want you to better my path. Mine's already taken care of. I want you to better your path into the future. I want you to do things that'll make your heart sing. I could get on a webinar now and we can talk all night. Oh my God, and we don't know when to go home because we're so excited about this. We see the potential, the magic, and we wonder what Ash is going to pull out of his hat this week. That's going to be another stream of income. Every time he comes on during the week, bingo, another stream of income that's going to provide for us. Bingo, another revelation of how you can take care of business in a compassionate manner. We wait on tenterhooks to hear him come in and tell us what's going on now, boy. And I want you to be with us. I wasn't going to do this to recruit. I don't like recruiting. But I'm sharing tonight from my heart. I don't want you to forget that I told you so. I'm going to remind you. And when we're rolling across the world on a steam train that's high, clear to the top, you're going to say, Willow told me. Don't be a fool. $97 won't kill you. Ash is still giving. We were supposed to get 30-day refunds. Ash is still giving refunds for people that decided, I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. I want out. He's still doing that without any complaint. You don't have to worry about your money. It is, where could you buy a business for $97? It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, I got truck driver friends that are out driving and driving and driving till they're exhausted. They don't get paid anymore. No. Big companies aren't raising their wages. Not by much, anyway. Hi, Christina. I didn't know you were there, darling. Thank you, sweetie. Were you having a hard time sleeping too? After today's news? Don't leave me, Chris. I am so glad that you come in to see me. Today is going to go down in history as a day that we just lost our cookies over on that. I was in that webinar 5 hours. I couldn't get enough. So I told my husband, I'm going to go lay down because I don't know what else to do, you know. So I went to sleep and I wanted to get up before at 11. And I forgot to tell him. So I said, well, I could either not go on or I'll wait till tomorrow. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to talk to people. Christina, I'm so glad that you found me and that you're here. I'm just delighted. I was telling the world about the ONPASSIVE founders, and Christina Dodge is one of them. She's in our chat room, and my son Jason is too. She has been through heartache and panic and fear, just like the rest of us. She's a trooper. She has a family. She's lost members of her family. She has just kept going and kept going. And Christina, we're finally going to see the light of day very, very soon. And it is so wonderful. I am going to tell a lot of people I know, yada, 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 I told you so. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. God wouldn't let me. But I am going to crow a bit because I've had people tell me, you know, you're really nuts to believe that there's anybody out there who's going to do that for you. We'll see. I already know it's true. We see things that others don't see. And what's really funny is, as a psychic, spiritualist, or whatever you want to label me as, I saw this coming. Wasn't this year? Was it 2018? It was 10 years ago. And when I met Ash, I knew this is it. This was it. This is what I've been waiting for. Because we knew, those of us that see things that perhaps we shouldn't, we knew the disaster that we were moving into. We tried everything to deflect how it would affect us, how we could overcome. And it's got worse every day instead of better. We have doddering fools in our government that can't make heads or tails of the corruption. And so now we can step back into our own existence and do something for those that have not seen the light. And all we can do is pray for them and show them the way to work out of it. And people like Christina Dodge, who goes around with her heart on her sleeve, helping her nieces and nephews and family members with a generous heart. She's the one that's going to come out on top. And there's something really wonderful about that when you see people who've had nothing against those that have much more, all in the same pool of people working together. You know, like I said, we've got doctors and lawyers and people of affluence that sees ONPASSIVE for what it is, that knows about it, the economy, that knows about how to hedge your bets. They're not going to the stock market. They're joining ONPASSIVE by the droves. I can't remember the figures that we had. We were 1 million, I think 200,000, less than 15 days ago. And we're growing and growing and growing. And Ash is being generous. He was going to cut off the founder positions very, very soon after the Burj Khalifa marketing program started. but he's given us a little more time to help the people we love. So I'm putting out this plea. Email me at rosalia88@gmail.com and say, let me in, and I will. I'll show you how to get in, and you'll never regret it. See that little sign over me that says the top? Ash tells us there's no top for ONPASSIVE, because once we reach a certain height, we're going to go higher. And he believes it, and I believe it, because that's what he's done since 2018. Started out with little plans, and it's rapidly spread into an industry that cannot be stopped. Amazing in this day and age that a young man with a heart as big as Texas ran with his dreams, and they've come to fruition. There was a young businessman that I read about not too very long ago. It's a small company that he started, and he took a cut in pay to raise all of his employees up to $70,000 a year, because he knew that was what they needed to survive and to have babies and raise their families. Well, they bought him a new car, his employees, because he had given up his dreams of buying this special car to make sure that they had a place in his future. That company is not only still in business. They said he'd fold. No, he didn't fold. He has flourished in an economy that's rough, with people around him who support him. That's what Ash is doing. The same thing. He's supporting the people who support him. He's given back to those that have stuck with him and loved him. That's what a compassionate heart does. That's how we're going to see in the future business being conducted. I promise you. There's going to be little startup companies that start up right, that do it for the communities, that feed the poor, the hungry, the disenfranchised. They're not going to just stop at one little company. There's a wave of darkness that has surrounded this earth for quite a while. And a wave of light is going to expose them for who they are. And when we spread that light in the business world, you're going to see what Willow is talking about. Once I joined ONPASSIVE, I was worried about the economy, still am, but I'm not really too much worried about me. I was worried about my kids and about my friends and about the children I was seeing that would not be able to afford to go to school or to graduate from college. I was worried about the woman that was left by a husband with 6 kids, and he won't support her. I was worried how she was going to compete in the marketplace to feed her babies. She had to rely on welfare, maybe? Well, that's going out the window because the government's going broke. So get real, people. Get real with this old lady and get on board, because we're going to need good people in the future. We're going to need you and your ideas and your innovation. I would love to start an innovation lab where those that I love would come and join me and we could think of wonderful things to do for the world. Wouldn't that be an exciting career? Yes, I'd do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I don't care how old I am. I'm going to be 90 years old, driving my tractor, feeding people. That's what I want you to think of. How can I help myself, my family, and my future? And ONPASSIVE is a solid way to start. So email me, message me on Facebook, come to my chats. I'm going to have more than one a week. I'm going to try to have at least 3 a week. And I'm going to have lives during the day to remind you, I'm here. Time's running out. I don't want to give up on you. I want to see you thrive like I know we're going to. When I got out of that webinar today, I couldn't stop the tears. I just kept weeping and weeping and weeping. I thought, oh, hallelujah, it's happening. And I saw Mr. Ash sitting among his leadership council, collecting them around him, like they provided a shelter against the world for him. And I saw the look of gratitude and benevolence on his face. And I couldn't stop but weep, because we haven't seen that kind of thing for a very long time. We have black people, yellow people, red people, blue people. We have people of all races, creeds, and colors in ONPASSIVE. And not one of us are in competition with each other. Not one. We may get jealous if some of the leadership council seems to get more attention from Ash, but that's about all we do. We just moan and groan about that. But he doesn't do that. He tries to find the vehicle that hits us all. And he can only do so much. We have to do for ourselves. Come on, get real here. Go into a business thinking from your heart first. And now all the rest will follow. All the good things will follow. So I'm going to tell you good night tonight. I want to thank you for coming at short notice, Christina, my darling. And maybe tomorrow morning when somebody wakes up and they see my live on Facebook, they'll listen to this old lady. And all of us, contact Christina. Any one of us founders can help you get in. Any one of us. All of the people in my downline, like little Susan Torres, for example, Jolene Frank, Susan Waller, all of our friends that are on Facebook. Come on, people. Join us in a celebration of life and our future together. We can cement it. Don't let this pass you by. Thank you. Thank you, my beautiful son. Ah, there's Diane. Oh, I have to stay for a little bit now because Diane got in late. I love you, Diane. How are you, sweetheart? I've been ranting away about ONPASSIVE. I wish I could send you an invite and you guys could all get on with me, but it's too late tonight. Wasn't that webinar something today, Diane? Wasn't it something spectacular? I know there's a lag in the chat. I'm sorry about that. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Diane is a founder, and she is one who is beautiful of face and countenance, just like our sweet friend Christina Dodge is. 6 hours, I know. I didn't think I could last. I almost didn't. I had to go lay down afterwards. I was explaining about you, Diane. Marty calls her the baby-faced grandma, and she looks like she's about 30, and she's gorgeous, and she has a great heart. We've all been working. Yes, I'm a proud founder too, Diane. That's what I've been talking about tonight all night long. I wasn't going to do that on the shows, but I feel the need right now that there are some people that are sitting on the fence and they got to get off. They got to get off and jump on the train. Oh, honey, no, I'm telling the truth here. You are so beautiful, absolutely beautiful, of spirit and of face. You can't beat the combination with Diane Lennon and her husband. That's the kind of people we have on as a founder. They are so generous of heart that yes, the journey is priceless, Diane. It is priceless. Everybody says, "Well, how come you've been waiting?" And they give me all that. Hey, it's 3 years. You know, good God, you know how long it took Microsoft to start? Really start? You don't want to know. A data center. We've got an active data center already done in less time than it took for Microsoft, Amazon, and any others to get started. Combined, we got it done faster. Ashton knows how to handle things, and he uses artificial intelligence to the max. We're going to see a world of that in the future. And he's right on the cutting edge, right on the cutting edge with his ideas and innovations. We're going to be in such good shape, we're not going to know how to act. When I got off Diane, I was telling them, when I got off the webinar today, I was thinking, how can I contribute to the joy I feel, with being an ONPASSIVE founder, with my friends that are just barely getting by in the world right now. And the only way I can contribute is I don't have enough money to buy them all a spot. And I have bought some, but not many, because I just don't have enough cash. But if you want to do something for yourself, like Diane says, for $97, we've received more value than we had a complete education in marketing. Complete. Half of us, when we come in, we didn't know about data centers. We didn't know about IPs. We didn't know about all of those technology things. And now we got technology experts out there teaching us about it all, answering every question we have. What is it going to cost us? How are we going to use it? What is it going to be used for? We've got so much help, we don't know, we don't have to worry anymore. And I think that Ash has finally realized that he accomplished what he set out to do, and he doesn't have to be ashamed of anything. Everything he did was perfect. And the journey's been perfect. All of us have learned so much. We've learned how to get along with each other. It is worth the try. Diane says it's hard because we want everybody to feel what we're feeling inside. And some just won't even give it a shot. But it's worth the try. Diane said, we promise. And with that, I'm going to go to bed tonight knowing I made an effort. Because I'm a bad recruit. I don't like to recruit, but I like to share. I like to give you everything I got one-on-one. If I had $5, you needed four, you'd get it, you know. I'm that kind of person. And I want you to be secure. What's coming is scary, but it doesn't have to be. Because whenever there's disasters like this, God gives us another alternative, a different path. Good night, Diane. I love you dearly too, my dear girl. You may be a baby faced grandmother, but I'm competing with you there too. I'm a grandmother and I'm proud of it. We got lots of grandmothers and older people in on passive. It's not just for the young kids, thank God. You know, I couldn't compete with the young ones. But you don't even look like you belong in a grandma's club. We have a lovely founder. Her organization is called Grams Across the World. And I was always told by a really wise man that one of these days we're going to wake up and grandmothers will be coming in droves across the world to change what's going on. And he's not far from wrong. Grandmothers are uniting for the sake of their children. Even in Native American culture, grandmothers are sacred. There are 13 grandmothers that have been prophesizing the future for many years in the Native American culture. We're coming in droves to change the way our kids are educated, to change the world one poor person at a time, to lift you up out of poverty. Grandmothers are uniting, Diane. Yes. Good night, all. Thank you for coming in, and know that I love you. Thank you, Jason, my sweetheart, who got up out of bed to watch after his mama so she didn't get in any trouble on YouTube. I love you all. Tomorrow's a bright day, and I'll see you there. Bye-bye.